Should I wear Ralph's glasses?
Oh, where's Ralph?
Somewhere trolling.
My homegirl asked about him. She's like, "Oh, never mind. I'm not tuning in."
Oh, really? That's the reason why people don't tune in is because he be
No,
on.
she is eye candy. I mean, he is eye candy for her. She watches because of him. She listens to the topics, but she's the whole time.
Y'all know y'all live, right? I told you that. I need you to listen.
Good
We
morning.
ready?
Listen.
We ready?
We're here.
Hold on, I'm waiting for some more folks to get in there. All right, you go ahead then.
Hello, hello, hello. What's up, Soundproof Hunger Room? It's your girl Shan, and we back with another ladies takeover. This time, I've got two new ladies here. So, I'm excited. Let me just say this. It's been almost a year since the last one. We got so much good feedback from one of the OGs of the Soundproof Hunger Room. We're not going to speak on the other one. Shout out to Ralph. So we back. We back with another one. And I have Nikita Nicole and Ebony, a.k.a. Queen. So, Nikita, why don't you tell us something briefly about yourself?
Hey y'all, I'm California native, now residing in Georgia. I'm a beauty professional by trade, and I just be living my life.
Okay. Miss Ebony.
Okay, well, your local Georgia peach. I am, by profession, I am a medical biller and coder, but my passion is cooking, and I have started I guess you guys call it a side hustle, called Queen's Kitchen, where I meal prep and cater. So yeah, trying to turn my passion into my career now.
Nice. That's actually a really good segue. But first, happy Saturday to everybody. I hope you are tuned in. It's a ladies takeover. It's the first one of the year. Hopefully it's not the last one. But while you're here, like, share, subscribe, share this with a friend, because we hope to come back and chill with y'all again. So, entrepreneurship. The thing that we have in common is that we are all entrepreneurs, either in part or wholly. And knowing that entrepreneurship is kind of difficult, trying to get off the ground. I know we rolling our eyes and we taking deep breaths because it's tough. It's a hustle. And I guess myself and Ebony have full-time jobs in addition to pursuing our passions. Nikita is full-time with it, and she's running with it. So Can we talk about entrepreneurship? And by trade or by profession, you're a medical biller and coder, but how'd you get into what you do? And tell me a little bit about how you got to where you are now.
Okay, so I've always had a love for cooking. Like, I'm the one in my group of friends that it's like, let's go to Ebony, what do you think about this, or can you cook this, or so on and so forth. And so circa 2018, I lost my job, and one of my best friends was expecting, and she was like, if you cook for me, I'll pay you. It's like, okay, cool. And it literally went from there. So that's why, even though I've always loved cooking, because kind of my mother instilled it in me, but that's why my little quote is built from a mother's love, because when Michelle needed me to cook for her because she was pregnant, she had a strict diet, it went from there, And so, yeah, here I am, and praying that one day I can make this thing a full time.
Oh, it's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
Speaking it.
Yeah, I heard it's some good stuff though. I can't wait to taste it.
Next time you see me, you'll definitely be able to enjoy some of my goodies.
Looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it. Nikita.
Yes, girl.
So wait, let me just preface this. This is an artiste. Okay. This is a creator. She has blessed hands. And back in California, we met in California. And this is who used to do mine and my daughter's hair when we first moved back to the Bay Area. And that's been about 10 years, I have to say now. Mm-hmm. It's been about 10 years. She used to keep my mane nice and fried, dyed, and laid to the side.
Awesome.
But yes, tell us where you are with it today.
Okay, so today, so I transitioned. It's been so many transitions during the process, but started, young, doing other people's hair. My mama couldn't do no hair, so I definitely had to do my own. Back in the day, the microwave ponytails, moved on up and decided that I just, didn't want to go to school in that formative way. So started doing hair. And initially, when I was doing you guys' hair, I was doing everything. Mm-hmm. So now in this current moment, I am a loctician, a lock specialist, and that's what brings me joy. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Shout out to Resilient Beauty Bar on Instagram. She keeps you locked and she keeps you illuminated.
Absolutely.
And her mane is beautiful. I love that all the ladies here are natural. I love that.
Thank you.
But I do want to, so for me, I am a medical professional or healthcare professional by day and night, weekends and everything else. I am a consultant and I specialize in career services, resumes, LinkedIn, interview coaching. I'm just trying to help build the community because we didn't feel like we needed to invest in ourselves in that way. And as a result, I think that we accepted the minimum. So now I encourage us to invest in us. And then as a result, I offer affordable services to us, so that we can bridge those gaps and we can get onto those tables and have the conversations and be able to negotiate and just build ourselves up. So that's what I specialize in. And I started it by just being in college. Actually, I was doing it in high school. I was proofreading papers. Mm-hmm. I was doing people's papers too. I was getting paid for it. So that's where the hustle started. But as I learned that I had the gift of grammar and editing and proofing and all of those things, I started to turn that passion into a paycheck. And so now it does help sustain us. And I'm still very thankful because I'm passionate about it and I love it. And in that, I wanted to talk about our sacrifices. I know that I wholeheartedly quit my job in May of 2017 without a plan, just with a goal and a passion. And I said, I'm not doing this no more. Y'all stressing me out. I don't have the bandwidth to code switch. I don't want to smile on y'all face. I don't want to deal with microaggressions. The corporate world just brought my life to a halt. And I felt like my personal life was being impacted by it. My kids, I was just stressed. I was bringing it home, and that just wasn't for me. So after a stress leave, I turned over one day and sent the email and said, I'm not coming back. And without a plan, I had to figure out my hustle. And that's how I had to gain the knowledge to market myself and to put myself out there and just to step out on faith. Now, take it as it is. I drained my 401k. I had to do a lot of things. I drove for Uber. I had to do a lot to hustle for these things, but it's because I believed in myself. And I know I was too good for that current situation. So I didn't throw away the corporate world immediately. Right. But what I did do was I took some time for me and kind of recalibrated and figured out where my gifts were and who I wanted to contribute those to. And then I built from there. So it's been a sacrifice in a lot of ways. So tell me about how you guys have sacrificed through entrepreneurship.
Well, the sacrifice is, I think, majority of the time that pivot. You know what I'm saying? Just knowing that you're not really living, you're not living in your purpose. You waking up every day and you're good at what you do. A lot of us, especially as entrepreneurs, if we're going to do something, we're going to do it to the max. Right. But just feeling like this is not who you are on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. And so I think that sacrifice is willing to take that chance. And that's what I've always done. I've tried to get jobs here and there. I've always been promoted or want to be promoted to manager. They'll always ask me, do I want to be supervisor? But it'd be like, sis, you be late. You're not about to check me about being late. You're not. Like,
right.
when I come up in here, I handle business, but it's just that micromanaging and just, you know, that dogmatic thing that I just couldn't do. So, you know, I always like left amicably. They were like, you know, you're a great worker, but what is that if you dying at work every day, and then you get your check and you be like you said, I'm worth way more than this. Right. So yeah, it's that pivot. It's that knowing that you are placed here for a certain thing, and what is it that you do the best,
Right.
Like you said, the editing, whatever it is that you do with ease, and turning that into something that was lucrative, and that was something that I've always done also.
Yeah. Tell us how you sacrifice, Ebony.
Sleep.
Sleep, I'm
Facts.
sure.
Like you said, you know, I have a 9 to 5, you know, so Monday through Friday, I'm at a medical practice, you know, and Saturday and Sunday, I'm grinding with my business, and some days, Monday through Friday, because if I have a client that I truly have built a relationship with, and they say, hey, I need you, so on and so forth, I'm there. You know what I mean? So I already had bad sleep habits. Now I don't. You know, like I'm catching it when I can. Like when I leave here, I'm going to go home and try to catch me a nap. But I have clients that need my assistance tomorrow. So I'm going to start prepping today so that all of their things will be ready for tomorrow. You know, so yeah, sleep, rest. And sometimes I have to say no to going here, going there, or doing this or doing that because you got to do what you got to do. I got to do what I got to do, you know. And if I, like you said, how you believe in yourself, I believe in me. I know my food's good. You know what I mean? Right. And if it's not, I know how to fix it. You know, so Queen's Kitchen is my baby. I have to, you know, nourish it so that it'll grow. So whatever I have to do, I'm putting it all in there. You
That's
know?
right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so I was speaking of sacrifices because I'm online, so I did some research. I was just trying to scroll through as we prepared for this conversation of ladies and thinking of what's relevant, and I was thinking of how we are all entrepreneurs, and the underlying tone in what I've been researching over the last couple of days is how social media tells us how we need to be as entrepreneurs, as women, as Black people, as, you know, as whatever we are. Social media has this chokehold on some of us.
Yes.
You know, if you sleeping 8 hours a day, then you ain't getting it like you should, you know? And so social media has that huge impact, not just on entrepreneurs, but overall in our lives. So tell me, like social media, I have to say, now I get my screen times, you know, they pop up and I'm on the screen a lot. But it's because a lot of it is for marketing for me. It's a lot of research and stuff. But social media is heavy on us. And
very.
How is that working with your life and even entrepreneurship? How's social media getting at you?
I literally spoke with someone this past week and was telling them that I'm considering letting go of my personal pages and only focusing on my business page because social media is a joke right now. Like it's not what it used to be. Fun, you know, you could enjoy it. Now it's just almost kind of like you almost feel attacked.
Yes.
Like, if I'm not doing this, I don't have a BBL. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to take a full body picture. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not carrying the latest Louis Vuitton. I don't want to. You know, I don't want to show. You know. It has a chokehold on us, and you have to step back and know your truth. That's not my thing, you know. This is my thing, you know. So now I'm trying to learn to just focus on what I enjoy. I'm that person that used to say, if you don't like what you see, keep scrolling.
Yes.
I've gotten there now, like
just scroll.
Whatever. You know, and I am starting to limit my screen time. I recently started back reading more. Not just self-help. I'd never stopped doing that, but now I'm back into my novels. You know, life was good then.
Yes.
You know, your imagination went everywhere. You know, and so until social media gets back untainted.
And don't wait for it.
I was say that's not happening.
Don't wait for that.
Right.
Girl, it's a lot, So yeah, just use it for what it's worth, but we can't let it, we can't ingest those, negative aspects of it.
But isn't it hard not to ingest it?
It is. That's why I say you have to step back and limit your screen time, because it'll become you. Like you literally will live, breathe, and eat. So yeah.
I think the major thing that you were saying too is about the imagination. Like with that, we can do so much. And just with our authentic imagination, not what we've been fed. Because sometimes, like you said, I don't have a BBL or whatever, but at the end of the day, sometimes you see it so much, you think you strong-minded, but you'll be like, am I like, you can start tripping after so long. So, just looking at it and just understanding that it's not authentic.
Right.
Like a lot of times, we see it so much. Even I've gone through and I'm like, I don't want to see this. Block this person. Unfollow this. And it still
shows up on your timeline, right?
Oh, I don't want you to recommend me nothing.
I seen them. I don't want to.
Right. And so it's just like we were saying, it's not going to get any better because people really live life on social media for real. And I love that meme. It was this meme of this apple. And it was like nice on the front part, but in the back of it, it was like a big
bitten.
Yeah, and that's really what social media is. The preparation that goes into having a perfect shot, certain things, And even now, when me and Shane go out or do whatever, I be like, sis, you got it. Because I just I'm just not there anymore. And just really trying to work on my imagination.
Yeah.
Work on my authentic energy so that I can bring in the things that I want and don't have to always depend on it. So yeah, I don't like it.
20 years ago, we were okay with who we were. Now, like everybody is slowly unraveling. I literally posted that the other day. Like I'm always like dumping into certain people, but then at the same time, like you're slowly unraveling. People's mental health, and I tie it to social media. I'm sorry, because you see everything, and especially like the youth, they haven't come into themselves yet. So all they see is social media or what's on TV, so it's a constant comparison. You have to step back and know your truth, who you are,
right?
And so it's so.
What I also was challenged with is, I was just thinking of how social media impacts us negatively and positively. So I was stuck on the positive, and I was like, well, shit, what positive do I see on social media? Who do I follow that's positive, that's pouring into, or what do I watch that actually enriches me, or what is it that I'm looking at? And I was struggling to find something like what was good for me. What's been good for me on social media? Do y'all follow any positive, influential, or like any?
I think
pours into you?
I follow more spiritual pages and stuff now, things of that nature. Those are the only people that I and it's more not even empowering, but just understanding that you have a community, like, people that are like-minded, you know what I mean? But no, majority of it is trash, and really it's just
challenge me.
Right.
I'm like,
right. That's where I was with it, and I was like, well.
It's this girl that posts daily affirmations, and I look forward to those every day. Some people have moments that their page is positive. Like, I'm not a Puffy fan, but he posts things ever so often that's like, you know what? I mean,
when he vibing right.
When he ain't on that bullshit.
Or DJ Khaled, I've never seen anybody in life that has that. Like, I don't even know him in person, of course, but it's got to be a good feeling to be around him because you never hear him speak negative. You know what I'm saying? So I guess one of those, it's kind of like that. You have people that, moments. It's like, oh, okay, that's something good. But outside of that, those memes that make you laugh,
right?
That's
few and far between. Because everything is telling us what you got to do, what you should be doing, and what you shouldn't be doing, and as a woman, and real women do this, and real women do that. So
and then the I can't remember the name of the page. It's one of the more popular pages, but it's always posting about how y'all feel about this. But it's always negative. It's never anything positive. Like, like pour into, the community instead of always focusing on, oh, sis did this or bruh did that. What y'all think about this? But it's negative. Like, well, what about that little boy who's 16 years old who just graduated from college? What y'all think about that?
Right.
You don't get that often. So.
And it's never solution based ever. It's always
stirring the pot.
Right.
It's really just stirring the pot.
You by yourself to figure out what you believe, what you stand on. So
it's a compromise, and I think it's important, like you said, just to step away. I have to make a conscious effort to step away from social media because I find myself, I'll put my phone down and I'll be like, and just subconsciously I'm reaching for my phone.
What did we do before social media? Do you remember life before then?
Life before social media, we went
you
out.
Actually, kind of go back to like MySpace and Black Planet because that's technically when it started.
That was social media, the AOL days. Chat rooms.
Yeah,
I think we went out. In my age, we went outside.
Yeah, we must have.
And we conversed, like we kicked it, like we linked
sat on the
up,
phones
like
and stuff. Okay.
You really wasn't like, what. We didn't, if something was wrong with you, or we would actually call our friends or let's link up. Like we didn't see, and it's so weird to me. Like, people in real life.
You do.
And stuff would be going on and they'll post and be like, you all right? You got my number, bro. Like,
check on me.
Number. I actually, not unfriended, but I now have a challenge friendship with someone who literally knows me. Like, you can physically come to my home and ring my doorbell and I answer and welcome you in. And this may sound childish to some people, but it wasn't to me. All he did was wish me happy birthday on social media, and not just happy birthday, it was HBD.
Oh, HBD annoys the shit out of me.
You have my phone number.
Yeah.
And then so when I stopped responding to texts and laughing at the inboxes and the memes and stuff like that, it was like, what's going on? Dude, like, realistically, this is why. Like, me, we actually communicate. Like, we've forgotten how to communicate with each other. It's real. It has a chokehold on us. Yeah.
I mean, and that's what it was designed to do at the end of the day.
And we are in the Matrix.
Absolutely.
We are in the Matrix.
Studio audience has a question.
All right.
Was he doing anything else in your inbox?
That's none of their business. That is none of their business.
I would love to know who asked that question. But anyway, no, this is a real, true platonic friend. And that's why I was offended. If it was just a guy that was hollering, I wouldn't have been offended.
Right.
But this was an actual friend.
Someone who genuinely knows you.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah.
You know me since teens. And that's the best you could do. Like, you sang me happy birthday before, and you just literally
HBD.
Right.
But you know what? In all fairness, I have been lazy like that. Like, I used to pick up the phone and leave, but I used to leave voicemails. Who checks voicemails anymore, though? Do you really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you one because usually now people will ignore your call and then text you, "What's up?" You feel me?
Okay, don't do that to me. But I don't check voicemails either. And I feel sorry for people who actually take the time to leave me a voicemail, because literally y'all would look at, like, right now, if I open my phone and showed y'all how many voicemails I got, you'd probably be disgusted.
Yours would be the one that say it's full. I can't leave one because yours is full.
Absolutely. I have voicemails from 2019.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't check voicemails. No, I'll go back. Like, if it's something important, like I have an aunt that leaves me a voicemail almost every time she calls. I'll go back and listen to hers,
Right.
even though I'm finna call you right back within the next few minutes. But I'll go because she may say something that I need to know, or the friend that I was telling you about that it was one of the reasons why I started my business. She leaves voicemails. I'll check hers. Other than that, please don't bother. And if it's important, I'd rather you text me to say, well, I was calling because of X, Y, Z.
Right. See, it's all a matter of preference, and you can't really like. How do you know how to deal? Because you don't know these nuances about different people. So you just got to take your position and know that. Do you know I love you?
Right.
So you already know if I don't answer and I text you, it's for a reason.
Right.
But I mean, and let's break that down because it's knowing your friend too. Like
That too.
You know, and it being like, sis, like you said, don't bother. That way I know to don't do that to you. But I might can send a voice memo to you.
And you do.
Or somebody. Yeah, But it's just something about that. Because even from my grandfather, I got, old voice memo. And he's passed on now. But if he never left that voice message, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have it. So it's just something about that connection. And I think people are just kind of like,
I'm a telephone person, though. Let's be clear. I can sit on the phone and talk to you for hours.
But
I
see,
won't.
I can't.
I won't.
I can leave you a voicemail, but we can't be on the phone for hours.
I don't have time. I don't want that.
Me and my best friend and me and the fiance, we literally can sit on the phone for my two of my best friends can sit on the phone for like shifts, 8 hours.
Y'all be
6 hours.
breathing? What y'all be?
No, we literally have exchange. We're literally talking.
You're talking for that long?
Yeah, we have.
Y'all
And
have
then
that
we can
much to
turn
talk
around
about?
and see each other too. Yeah.
Well, when you're not gonna have nothing to talk about, when we see each other.
Yes, you can. I live with my fiance, and we can talk on the phone for hours, and then turn around and come home and still talk. Now, you have to get your talking in with him, but you still can have something to talk about. Yeah. I'm a talker, though. You got to understand that I'm an only child, so
Me too.
there are moments when I get in my box and I don't want to talk to anybody.
Right.
So give me that moment. But then there are times where I can talk your head off because I can find anything. I got ADHD. I can find anything to talk about.
I ain't mad. I like that though. I like that there are still people that want to have those conversations.
Absolutely.
And those people that want to pour into you and talk to you, and the people that will leave you a voice message. This D will leave me a voice like it's not a voice message. What is
Voice
it?
note.
A voice note,
note.
and it'll be 2 minutes long.
Wow.
But I'll listen to it. But
text
it's
message.
I take instead of a text
Now,
message.
I had an old friend that she would do that. Instead of texting you a
Yeah.
message, she would leave the voice memo for you. That is actually
I can
think
appreciate
I might
that.
start doing
I
that.
just what I have to tell you, it took me 2 minutes to say. Imagine if I had to type.
Yeah, it would take a while to type it.
And sometimes I don't want to talk to you per se. I just need
Oh,
to
you don't
tell
want to talk
you
to
this.
me? Okay.
I need to
I
get
just
it
want
off
to
my
tell you
chest.
this.
That's
Yeah.
good. I like that, and I can take from that like I said, you got to know your people.
Yeah.
But also, it makes me mindful because I know there are some people in my life who like to talk, and it's not going to take me much out of my life to take 5 minutes to call somebody who I know likes to talk.
Right.
And that's good. That's great because my next question to the ladies was pulling away from social media, pulling away from those outside influences or those irrelevant influences is who makes you better in your life. And if that's a challenge, who do you hope to make better in your life?
That's a good one, sis.
I can answer the latter quicker than I can answer the.
That's a message right
I
there.
hope-
Pause on that.
Yeah. I hope that everybody's life that I touch, I make it better in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's just the person that I pass by walking into Publix and that I smile at. They hadn't had a person smile at them all day, like dead serious. I smile. And you never know. They could have been at that, that moment, and it was just, I needed that, or the patient that calls while I'm at work that's frustrated because they just got a $1,500 bill and they didn't expect. They thought they had met their deductible, but I take that extra couple of minutes to talk to them, to break it down to them and say, look, we have a resolution for that, So everybody, down to my newest client, she hates to cook. She got 4 kids, but she needed a way. And, now I've given her that, so everybody's like, your life.
Yeah.
I'm smiling. You needed that today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the first part, who makes me better? Okay. I'm going to be honest. I have 2 aunts that I'm close with. Both of them play a different role in my life, but there's one that literally every word that comes out of her mouth is positive.
Really?
She, it'll almost bring you to tears. I can be at that moment, I'm done, I'm tired. And then she'll just like, baby, you're here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm like, well, God need to go on and reveal this, because right now, I'm not feeling that, you know. But everything is positive. And not to say she's the reason I keep going, but she gives me a reason to keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can appreciate that. And then on the flip side, her sister, she'll come with the, well, what was you doing? You know, why were you thinking like that? You know,
that auntie,
you need to step back and again, she's the reason why I keep pushing. She kept encouraging me when my father passed. He was always my side hustle. Mm-hmm. He had a car dealership. I ain't never have to worry about no extra money. Daddy, what you need me to do? Mm-hmm. You know, and when he passed, I'm like, oh, I don't have that side hustle no more. Mm-hmm. You know, and so she kept saying, you need to get a second job. You know, or you need to da-da-da-da. And when this came about, you know, she keeps pouring into me. Look, keep going. You know, it's gonna all work itself out. You know, blah blah blah. So
you need somebody like that in your life.
Balance.
You need somebody to keep to give you that encouragement. Somebody in your ear. Even if somebody challenges, you know, it's just a little bit of push, but it's out of love.
Absolutely,
it's out of love.
Absolutely.
But I so who makes you better?
I can just say ditto to what you said. That's another new word, huh? Ditto. I hate when people be like, I love you. They be like, same.
No, I love you back.
I was thinking that same. But no, ditto to what you were saying, because I would hope that, you know, everybody that I come in contact with, I bring something that they need. And I think, too, other than my mom, because I also am the only child, too, and we are really close, I feel like everybody that I'm involved with in my life at a certain point feeds me what I need at that time.
Right.
Sometimes it might be one particular friend, and then next month is somebody else different. You know what I mean? You go through little phases with people that they give you. Like you said, your aunt that speaks that life into you. It's a blessing to have those people in your life all the time, right?
Absolutely, it is.
But I think that everybody gives me something at the time that I need it. So I would just say that the people in my life in general right now, because if you're not serving me, we not cool.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have something from the studio audience?
Yes, we do. Husbandry Life, that's the name.
Okay.
It's back on the social media question. He has two comments. The first one, he said, I think women should thank God for social media because they would have less options. The inbox gives most women false power. His second comment was...
Not false power.
His second comment was, ask the average man how full his inbox is. A woman's inbox gives them energy.
He a little bitter about inboxes, huh?
Well, first of all, that's not my job to chase you. I'm not supposed to chase a man.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You like, what role do you want? So you want the skirt? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you want me to display my masculine energy, I am all for it.
Sis,
but that's weird.
What's masculine energy?
I'm saying, Jada. But anyway, you don't, you know, y'all want women to be submissive and so on and so forth, husbandry, whatever your page is. But at the end of the day, you want me to step outside of that box and come chase you. And come and chase you. Sir, choose a lane.
Now, does maybe he has a valid point. Is your inbox popping?
Actually, no. So I don't.
Like, I mean, my inbox has never been popping, but I mean, this man had put a ring on my finger, so it doesn't really do what it used to do. You have some people that completely ignore that, but in the same token, since I've become engaged, it has definitely died all the way off.
But does it give you a little boost, you know?
I like the in person. The hello, you look beautiful today. Coming, and I'm not one of those girls that feel like every man that compliments me is trying to holler at me because he's not. He just saw a pretty girl and complimented her. I like that better than I don't even care about you in my inbox realistically, because at this point, all you're doing is speaking. You know what I mean? Now, if we end up actually linking, that's different. But I've had hundreds of people to come into my inbox and express their desires.
Their adoration for you.
Okay, but how
that don't
far
give you a
you
little something though?
Yeah, but I mean, let's be realistic. Every girl at this table is attractive, and you every morning when you wake up, or every time you pass a mirror, you can see that. So you don't have to tell me that. Tell me something else. You know what I mean?
This guy in my DM say I'm pretty. Right. I already knew that. Like,
Right. Tell me something else. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate it. So I'm thank you, but it's got to go a little further than that because physical beauty can fade. You know, I saw a pretty girl on Instagram, absolutely stunning. She got into a very bad car accident. Half of her
my
face
goodness.
was burnt.
Wow.
She does not even look like the same person anymore, but she still has that same love and joy for life, and she still thinks that she's just as beautiful as she was the day before that accident. So just telling me I'm pretty, it's like, okay, thank you. You know, but when I turn 74, I ain't gonna look like this.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm gonna still look good because that melanin do pop. But
and there ain't no real conversations being started in the DM.
I mean, yes, it is.
Is
Some-
it? It's
some-
look like plenty of fish though, ain't it? Like, hey,
oh,
No.
what's up with you?
I mean,
Like,
it's-
really? Okay, it ain't happening mine yet then.
I think somebody might have slid in my DMs.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right.
But anyway.
there are actually very good conversation. I've had I've made some friends and I've dated some people for an extended period of time where the relationship started from the DM, but
So you might want to check your
it has to-
DMs.
I've been
you have to,
checking on my
but you
thing.
have to read people though and know their
Yeah.
intention because you can tell within the first conversation, even through the DM, even if it's not a telephone conversation, you can tell where his angle is. You
And
know
I
what
think
mean?
that's what it be.
And
Maybe
what-
that's why I don't
and
finish
what
it.
type of effort they actually put in. You know what I mean? Like all
You actually
those
do have to
things
engage
ma-
a little bit
Yeah, all
to
those
get
things
it.
matter. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should become a no. Never mind.
What?
No, I shouldn't. I was like, I could be a DM coach. I could help you. You know,
I'm pretty sure
call
there's
me.
one out there on social
Okay.
media.
Call me.
Pretty sure.
Okay. If somebody passed the first intro, I'ma shoot it to Queen. I'm be like,
Right,
Queen,
I
what
got you. I got
is
you.
he a creep? He a weirdo?
Yes, I
What's
got
up?
you. And plus, I'm a private detective. I can
Okay.
tell you everything you know about him.
Boom.
Okay.
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 Within
I mean,
15
we got
minutes, we gonna
multi-layers here. We got layers here. So
Okay.
you mentioned you are in a you're engaged.
Yes.
Okay. How long you been engaged?
2021, August 28th. Yep.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Nikita, what's your status?
I'm loving me. But if you want to love me too, look like is this me right here?
Yay.
That's you on
If you
camera.
want to love me too, you know, and I can love you, we down. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm just focusing on me. I'm dating, you know,
Gotcha.
and yeah, and it's he who finds a wife findeth a good thing.
Man, can y'all
Not one that's looking for
these
him.
girls is getting on that one knee. I be wanting to take a rock and throw it at them. Baby, you are outside of your lane. This is not
Right.
ordained. This is not, no.
And then if you start like that,
I don't even like you enough for that. I'm sorry. Even to my fiance. Big, I would never have gotten on one knee for you ever in life.
Ever.
as she
It-
gets close to the mic, don't play.
Never in life. Like, I'll be single for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Well, I got my best friends. They my soulmates, if that's the case.
I don't think they was doing that before social
Yeah.
media. Women wasn't getting on one knee before
It
social
doesn't
media.
even make sense.
It doesn't. But
Chrissy did that. Jim Jones girl
Did she?
started
I remember that.
mess.
she proposed. She
And
didn't get
I
on one
like
knee though,
her.
did she?
She didn't
No,
get on one knee.
no,
But I
she
Well, it's
like her
because
for that.
it's because she couldn't because he wouldn't propose.
She
She
still
was
ain't married though, and that was like 22 years ago.
Yeah. yeah.
So is it that he was never gonna do it? So
I
is that
don't
the
think-
thing?
I think that's
people
why
was doing it.
They be
But if I gotta
rushing.
force you to do it,
Yeah.
I don't want to force you.
I think it's like, okay, it's about that time. Let's go. Jagged is it? We may as well get married.
Right,
Like,
may as well.
Not
Since we're
may
not doing
as
nothing
well.
else,
yeah,
we might as well just.
no.
I may as well.
It's not that serious. I mean, if anything, we can just cohabitate for now to eternity before I get on one knee and give you a ring. Not gonna do it.
You know what I'm seeing though is that a lot of women are choosing to stay single. They are
Have you seen the dating pool?
but that too. But they are
It's
consciously.
got a lot of things in it, but it ain't all good.
Well, I've had some conversations with some ladies, and it from what I'm hearing, it's like, okay, well, I'm looking at what's out there, y'all that are in relationships or the relationships that I see. Y'all not getting what you want out of your relationship anyway. So why would I put myself in that situation? Like when I'm okay single, and I feel like, you know, basically she was saying relationships ain't passing the vibe check these days.
Yeah.
You know, there's no
true.
ROI on it. It's like I'm taking an L. You feel me? And so I had to think about that, and I was like, yeah, well, there were times where I consciously said, I'm focused on me. I don't want to have a relationship. I don't want to do this. But why do you think women are now more consciously making those decisions and shooting men down that are approaching them because nah.
It just all depends on what you're willing to deal with. You know,
Not a lot.
Like, okay, so for me, literally, again, so everything ties back to social media. Have you seen some of the things that people? Okay, as recent as this past week, beautiful young girl, about 2 minutes from my house, was gunned down by her boyfriend.
Oh, I did see
Domestic
that.
violence, like, and then the girl that told the guy she was not going to go into the Cheesecake Factory. So it's on both sides now.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
not just females. Men are catching a bad hit too. I wouldn't mind, like, being single actually makes sense for those people who are watching all of this, you know? And then you see people who are in marriages and their spouse, because it's not just men nowadays. These women got side pieces too.
Say that.
So you got people who are all the way married, like took the time to walk down the aisle and sign paperwork and say I do, and now you got a whole entire another relationship, child, so on and so forth with somebody else. Single people, I don't blame them. It's like,
Why bother?
I can go to a restaurant and feed myself for $50 to $75, but if I accept you into my life, that tab
that's
just went up.
$150.
Right, you know what I'm saying? I can go to Punta Cana for $1,500, but if I accept you in my life,
That's $3,000.
thank you. So single people are making these
It's
decisions
cheaper to
for
not keep
ways,
him.
but people are in relationships for the same reason. It's cheaper to live in a relationship
Right.
than to be single, like living expenses. But I'm sorry, I agree with some single people.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Once you find your person,
Yeah.
you're there. You're good. You know what I'm saying? But finding that person is the hard
Is the
part.
thing.
You know, and no, I think that a lot of us don't know who we are, so we don't even know what we're bringing to the table. We know we got a table. It's an expensive table, but we don't even know what we're bringing to the table, and neither do they.
Or who we
You
want
know,
at the table
who-
with us.
Yeah.
I think it's the options, you know what I'm saying? And now people are,
The
instead
dating
of
pool has crap in it.
getting the crap, you like, okay, I can deal with this, I can deal with that. What come with your package?
Right.
Do I get
What's in
this
the
in your
package?
package? Oh no, I don't like that package.
That's a la carte.
Oh, this what you doing in your package? Okay, I might could deal with that package. Like, you know, so it really just depends on, because you have to do that in relationships.
Yes,
you
you do.
know, what would I accept? You know, what is you know, what's my foundation? Whatever that is, it's the same thing. So people are just choosing not to take, because you got to do for better or for worse. You can't, if it's not working, you can't just, you know, discard
Just
the
walk
person.
away,
Yeah,
like-
so they picking and choosing what they want, so they can eat all of what they want.
But so someone mentioned, I was having a conversation in a group, why don't we put marriages on like a lease term?
Ooh-wee.
I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. And I saw
So
that.
after 5 years of being married, then you reassess whether or not you want to be married. Then you amicably split.
Hey, I'm Aquarius. I'm futuristic. That sounds like a plan.
See?
So no,
Let's
so then
re-
I'm gonna throw my part in there. That's not a marriage then. So let's just have let's just have extended relationships where we have, it's almost kind of like we buy into a contract, versus a marriage is where we want to live together forever.
But people are saying marriage is contract these days.
Yeah, but I just don't agree with the idea of revisiting this. If I say I love you and we're doing this to death do us part, we're doing this to death do us part.
So what about when people get
So-
divorced?
Well, it wasn't on purpose.
And what about the changes that happen in the duration of that relationship? Because
that's fine.
divorce is present for a reason.
But
No?
see, that's fine. That's why I said just do a relationship contract. I love you. I like you. I could do life with you. But I don't really like the idea of marriage because I don't know if I'm going to change or you're going to change. So we can do a relationship contract where we do this thing called life together, but don't
Like a
call
life
that
partner.
marriage. Yeah, a life partner. But don't call that marriage because I'm a traditional girl. I'm a church girl. I was raised by a pastor. So you're taking away from what God ordained. So if you just want to revisit this in 7 to 10 years, cool.
But change
But
is
this-
inevitable, right?
It is.
When
So you
I
never
first
know how that
met
marriage
you-
gonna pivot. You could go into it like until death do us part. You not gonna leave me. It's us. We gonna do this
That's
thing.
just like I didn't used to believe in prenups. I think that's completely insane at one point in my life. Now that I own my own business, I have properties
Sign right here.
and everything
Sign
like
right
this.
here.
I had that drawn up.
So go ahead. We have a studio audience.
Yeah, from the chat, Tamika Edwards, shout out Tamika. She has two things to say. She said marriages are a walk in the park, Jurassic Park. The other thing she said was,
Shout out to Tamika.
I
the other thing she said was,
It
yes,
stinks.
everyone is tired of the work you have to put into a relationship. It's a compromising thing. Most of the time, people don't want to compromise and are stuck in their own ways.
That's a
That's
fact.
facts. That's
That's
facts.
a fact. Yeah.
And doing your own self work. I can't be something to you that I'm not to myself.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know, so at the end of the
Absolutely.
day, I do kind of agree with the revisiting, and maybe not. Okay, we gonna break up or get divorced, but are you happy? Mm-hmm. What was I
So
doing
maybe
before that's not making you
consistent
happy
therapy,
now?
like like we all have to come to this couch and talk and actually be open. But is everybody gonna be open?
Right.
If
but-
I'm miserable, I'm gonna be open as hell.
If I'm miserable, I'm telling you on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yeah,
Thursday, Friday, and I'm
I
not
kinda
waiting 5
don't have
years
to
either.
Wait to the therapy
Yeah,
session to tell
right.
you, I'm gonna text you while you at work.
You know where you fucked up, right?
Yeah, right,
You know what
absolutely.
happened, right?
For real.
You know how I'm
Yes,
mad.
It's a whole book. It's like 17 text messages.
You owe it to
take a
your
moment.
relationship because I think that's how you're going to make it that far. That's how you get to the
You always have to stay
50-year
tapped in.
anniversary. Like, yeah.
Don't text him at work because that's going to be, he probably going to get fired because he's going to snap on everybody. Worst thing you can do is say, we need to talk. Don't ever text
But I
him.
got
at
something
Say
for
we
that.
need to
You got to
talk.
send a text back and be like, yes, we do. So we both wondering.
I don't text. We need
Oh, that's
to
a
talk.
good comeback.
I
Yes,
never
we do.
text. We need to talk. I just text exactly what I feel, and you can never say that I didn't say it.
So he's
If you
saying
chose
text, but not
to
just
re-
not at work.
Not at work because you're going to go off on everybody.
Okay.
Your whole attitude changing. You can't leave. So you be in your feelings. So you
He
cussing
work-
everybody out.
He drive truck. He'll be okay.
Well, he cussing the
that's
dispatcher
worse.
out. Yeah, he cussing the dispatcher out.
Like, well, we need
Right.
to talk about
Swerving.
Check the message until he stop. They got blocks on their phones. They
I need
can't
you to
use
check
it.
yourself. You out of line on that. Wait till that man stops somewhere and talk to that man.
no, because I'm methodical. I'm not even gonna text you when I know you get off, because then that's gonna make you take longer.
You
to get
on
to
your
the
way
house.
home. Yes.
So
no.
I'm not gonna text you then. But no, I feel that.
I'm not going to text you. I'm gonna be asleep, and when you get home, turn over. So, about that, because, yeah, let's have a conversation.
Your person will wake up out of their sleep.
I'm going to wake up out of my sleep.
No, I'm always up. So yeah, but my person, once he sleep, he sleep. Ain't no rolling up, And another thing, that boy ain't heard nothing. He don't hear his alarm. He don't hear nothing. So I have to catch him while he's away. And the best time is during the daylight while he at work. Text him and
you
tell
know
you
your
how
person.
you feel.
You know your
So
person.
he can't be on the phone at all, though.
He can answer phone calls.
Oh,
but he
yes, yeah,
can't-
You know, they got them
Talk about it.
headsets.
You
They
don't
got
even
them
I
have
can't
trucker
talk on the
headsets.
phone at work. So I have to text.
Oh, Lord.
So you dirty already. Anyway, Tamika also said, so what do you do when your mate isn't willing to go to therapy? How do you handle that?
I'm going to therapy. I'm going to go to therapy, and I'm going to do my self work because I could be the common denominator. I could be the reason why I'm having this conflict. So before I engage, and I encourage individual therapy before couples therapy anyway. But if I feel like there's something stirring and I've had this conversation with my mate, I'm gonna take my ass to therapy and then I'm gonna figure out some strategies, because they give you strategies, they give you resolution, they give you tools and resources, and I'm gonna use those.
Yeah.
If there's no reception, then it might be time to make some decisions.
Right.
And that's the cold part, or the revisiting part. Because just say you doing your work.
Yes.
You're elevating. It's not like you're looking down on your mate, but just vibrationally. If I'm getting to higher heights, of course I would want you to come with me. But if you're not doing that, I'm not going to like lower my vibration or not progress and move forward, because you just will not.
Yeah.
So after we discuss it, of course you're not going to leave nobody without discussing, babe, what we going to do? This is not working, whatever. But if you just refuse to want to move forward, then
we can't
you
move
really,
forward.
Yeah, you can't. You don't leave me any choice. You just the
Right.
homie. Then we gonna be friends,
Right.
Like,
I think that a lot of people, like, in our community are so afraid of therapy because they probably are scared to admit that maybe I'm the issue. I know I got some quirks about myself.
Sure.
I haven't always identified with them, but I have some quirks about myself. But our community is probably like the least, to acknowledge that I need help.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, if my mate is not willing to go to therapy, you need to think about that, because sometimes you need an unbiased opinion.
Oh yeah.
To say,
You know, fucked
look,
up. You
right? Absolutely.
you fucked up, right.
You can do way better than that. You know what I mean? Or scale back on this. You know what I mean? Because that's a little much. And yeah. So if your person is not willing to go to therapy,
I couldn't imagine. Like
something to
I
think about.
used to work with a lady, and she would come to work and be like, "Yeah, he dropped me off again today." And I was like, "Okay, well, how are things going?" I still can't stand him. And it's
No,
like,
you can't do
okay,
that.
so you do this every day? You don't like him? And so I was like, so is he working yet? Because, they also hiring here. He don't want to work. He'll work. He works Fridays, but he won't want to work. So he just brings me to work. He drops me off at work. And I said, this is life for you?
yeah.
But, who am I to say? Because I don't know what she's been through. I don't know where they've been together. But that's not the life I want to live.
Fridays.
He works on Fridays.
So he's making like $1,000 on one day or something. Like, I don't. How
That
you
ain't gonna work,
surviving
period. I don't
off
know.
of one
She
day?
was
You
was signing
gotta-
up for every opportunity for overtime. So
It works for some people, but you gotta tell me how that works, because I mean, at 42, I'm visualizing my bills from October.
right, they big girl bills.
Yeah, one day a week ain't gonna cut. I mean, I may have missed the mark. I might not have the right occupations, but one day a week, and then a man. I literally just had
and
this
it's-
conversation. I can take a sorry woman, and I know a lot
Can
of
you?
people go, I can't.
Oh, you can't.
I
You
can't.
cannot take a.
But-
I was about to say.
No, I'm both sides in this.
Okay.
I'm both sides. I can't take a sorry woman, but I can over a sorry man.
Yeah.
Only because of how I've been trained. Like, a man is to protect and provide. You know what I mean? Women aren't so much taught that. We've learned that
Yes.
in this generation. But realistically, think back to your grandmama and her mom and all that. They wasn't really grinders like we were. They were more so housewives,
Housemakers,
or they
yeah.
did, they had their own business where they were washing people's laundry or cleaning people's houses, so on and so forth. But they wasn't grinders like that. So they were more laid back workers. You know what I'm saying? You could find a sorry woman quicker than a sorry man back in the day.
Yeah.
But now it's just kind of like, I don't understand a sorry. You over 20 and you don't want to work, like,
Because
make
there's
it
some
make
women out there that's
sense.
allowing it.
And then too, to hop back on that therapy thing too,
Mama's
we're
making
community.
it okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's a whole nother. But look, shadow work. But we're community and tribe based. So we not
Are
going
we?
to there. We are.
Who is we?
ethnic people of color. We're community and tribe.
My family is, but I know a lot of families in ours. So I'm just trying to figure out.
But no, it's
what families
sometimes
you
it be the what's the lady that I can't stand? Oh, it be the sexy red community. It be the queen of full community. We're community and tribe based now. That all the communities ain't positive.
I see what you're saying now.
But
Okay,
we're community
gotcha.
and tribe based. So if I go to therapy, I can't tell Sally what's going on. I need
Okay.
to talk to, Dr. Shaniqua maybe about what's going
Somebody
on.
that
she-
identifies with
Right.
And
you.
then for the men, it almost needs to be couples therapy with a couple, because I'm not going to take advice as a man from Shaniqua because you're not a man.
She doesn't know.
Yeah.
But
what I'm saying?
I also don't subscribe to the single people can't give solid relationship advice. I don't subscribe to
No,
that.
I don't believe that's. But it's somebody that's gonna look like you.
True.
You know
True.
what I'm saying? You're not gonna be like, so how did you feel about that? And you'd be like, lady, shut up.
We got a question from the studio audience.
Kenya Ellis in the chat said, honestly, a marriage has to be revisited every day because marriage is always evolving.
Facts.
What you have one day can change the next. It's important to revisit a marriage consistently, daily, and show up.
That's a fact.
Orlando Crespo, Afro-Rican, was happening. Said, I think social media nowadays is driving a wedge between relationships. And Shauna Nicole was happening.
Hey, sis.
What about stay-at-home's dads? Do they get a pass?
A pass on what?
The aspect of what, like the guy you said that probably just was showing up working on Friday. Was he taking care of
If
kids?
he's actively participating
Yeah.
and if he's
But that's
allowing me
their
to give,
Mold.
right, and they're also not contributing to excess expenses. They are relieving me of some duties.
You holding the household down.
Dinner's prepared by the time I get home, so when I get off of work, I don't have to do that. Laundry is folded. The kids are taken care of, so that I don't have to make all
I
these.
actually know a couple that's like that.
That works.
He does have a trade, but she goes to work every day, and he's literally like a stay-at-home father. He does his thing, to bring in
His
income,
portion,
but at the same token, he does not go to your 9 to 5,
Right.
and that works for them. That's worked for them for quite a while. That's not my thing, because even if I do come home with dinner cooked and all of that kind of stuff, I'm just gonna be mad because I had to deal with people all day, and you were here in our beautiful home. Yeah, no.
But as long as it's clean and you doing what you need to do,
Yes.
and like you said, we've made this agreement because
But that works for people, yeah.
It does.
right, but like you were saying, social media now, it worked for you. You didn't have no problem when you told that man that he could do that. I have a career, I'm gonna go and do this. But then looking at social media, it had you be like, what you doing at the house?
Right.
You
We,
ain't
we
do-
agreed to this, but
And
they
some-
said
Right.
They said it shouldn't.
Some of
it
that
shouldn't
stuff
be.
is priceless.
Right.
Some of that stuff you can't put a monetary value on. And a peaceful home. Coming home, even like sometime if you're not feeling good or whatever, people like really underrate a peaceful environment. Like coming
that.
home to a place that's
Peace.
healing, like
That's
that
why
smell
some people
good.
choose to be single.
That's true.
I ain't trying to be funny.
You right.
Because I've had the best of the best, and I've had some really bad experiences, and peace is priceless.
Indeed.
Because you go out here, even for your entrepreneur, you go out here, you have to battle the world, but when you come home, that's your sanctuary. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Should be.
And so, like for those people who this works for, okay, you want this to be a place of peace, but again, like you said, going to social media, it'll screw you up. You'll be like,
And it had to be yin and yang, right? So if you a boss out here, you an entrepreneur, you got to have a certain type of dog in you to be an entrepreneur.
absolutely.
So both of y'all being an entrepreneur at the same level, that's not going, y'all going to clash.
Oh,
Somebody has
they
to be the one
understand
that's,
each other, but it's
yeah.
You never know, though. It depends on their dynamic.
Yeah.
You never know. Sometimes the ships passing in the night works for people.
Yeah.
some people, yes,
It does.
absolutely.
It does.
But
But you just gotta know
entrepreneurship
you.
is iffy.
It is.
So we both iffy. This is not we both
it's not
around
stable,
here like,
right? we got to rob Peter this way. This week.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, what do y'all think about this statistic that married men live longer than married women.
Married men got the best of the best for the most part. Think if you get let me say this traditionally, if you have a traditional household where the way that most of us have been taught that the woman, tends to the house, so on and so forth. We're submissive. We take care of our husband. We take care of our household, the children, so on and so forth. When you live a long time too, you get to come home to a cooked meal, your clothes washed, folded. You know what I mean? Your kids are taken care of. All you gotta do is come home, open your newspaper, sit back and kick back and watch the Falcons lose.
Where's that?
Right, So it's like I would live a long time too. Flip side, look at the woman. We're going to work. Or even if, because a lot of people don't look at stay-at-home mothers as a job, it is.
It is.
She's doing something all day still. We're not talking about lazy women. We're talking about the actual stay-at-home person. You're working all day. You're working all night. And you're literally
absorbing everything.
Your kids
it's on your shoulders.
Your husband is tired because they're on him at work, so and so, because he's bringing that home too. So yeah, of course I'm gonna die early.
Die early.
That's why people are choosing to stay single.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
It's like everything comes full circle. It makes sense. It's like I see why you choosing to do what you do, but don't. Companionship is awesome with the right person when you find the right person. I like what you said earlier. It's like, I love me. I'm loving me. But if I can love you and you can love me too,
that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
But I'm not compromising.
You don't have to.
Or settling.
Absolutely do not
or
have
settling.
to.
Right.
You don't have to.
I mean, that's what it is. But I thought that was really impactful to read that statistic. And then I thought about, well, why? And it is because we're absorbing all of that. And then they expect the woman to be that because she's the backbone of the family. She is the caregiver. She's the nurturer. She's virtually pouring from her full cup for her whole life. And until she finds that complementary partner to pour into her cup while she's pouring into others, then she's going to be depleted. And then, of course, her health deteriorates quicker. And
being a black woman, the most unprotected. Never mind. Keep going.
No, but that's facts. And people don't really emphasize the energeticness of it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're transmuting energy for real.
Right.
When your husband comes home and he feeling away and you take that on and exchange and make him feel better, you still took that on.
You're still left with it. You're still left with it.
How are you transmuting that energy? How are you getting that off of you? And that turns into ulcers. That turns into
cancer.
Yeah, all kind of stuff because we are still taking that energy on. And I got a philosophy now, like, I'm not pouring from a cup that's not overflowing.
That's right.
It's not enough to
it.
pour from a cup that's just full. Because then if I'm pouring from you out of my full cup, then I'm going to be like half cup. Like, I need to be overflowing. You get my extra blessing. Like, because then we always going to be depleted.
I feel that. I like that.
How do you ladies refill y'all's cups?
Rest. Like you saying rest.
Shopping.
Huh? Say what? Say it louder.
She said shopping.
Shopping. I'm sorry, y'all. I feel so good when I when I empty my car.
It's like an orgasm.
Yes. I'm like, ooh, it'll be here. When did you say it's gonna come? I have my own little personal unboxings.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
I not only cook, I enjoy other people's food, and so I'm like a restaurant hopper.
Restaurateur.
Oh, we need to connect. I'm a foodie.
Yes,
My guy don't like to try a lot of things outside of the area, the 1 square mile radius.
Not
but
one
I like to
square
get out there
When
and
me and
do my
when
thing.
me and my fiance first started really dating, we would literally go out to eat anywhere. It was this one restaurant in Tennessee that had the best steak that I've had in my life to date. We would literally wake up on a Friday or Saturday morning and be like, steak.
That's a vibe.
That's right.
And get in the truck and ride up to Tennessee
I
and have
love
steak
that.
and then come back home. I feel good when I go to try new restaurants and I pick up the vibe. try the dish that I
Try
saw
something
on-
new.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love it. You
Yes.
know, I
Same.
should start like a group or something.
Yes, a foodie group. I will
Yeah.
totally join
Me
it.
too.
That would
I'm
be
in.
so
I
cool.
love that. I
I'm
love
gonna
that
think
you
about
like to
that.
do those things
Absolutely.
for you, and then you can involve him. Mm-hmm. But
Absolutely.
yeah, emptying that cart, it's a vibe.
I be having buyer's remorse. I be like, man,
Do
that
you?
was-
I'll fill up a cart, but I won't empty it. I'll fill it up. It feels good to empty it. I go to the store and I'll fill up my shit. I'll get everything.
You that person that
And then
left the cart in the middle of the aisle at Target.
Oh, I don't leave it in the middle of the aisle. I'll push it off to the side. No, Target.
That is
Target. It will
hilarious.
always be an empty cart. But like department store, I like perfume. So
it's a habit. It's the thing.
So, I like to do those things. I like to
Yeah.
buy perfume. I like to treat myself. I like to indulge in those things where before, because I've raised 3 kids, before I couldn't afford them. It was always, no, the kids need shoes. Oh, no, the kids need this. Or no, I got a
Speaking of, I need
co-payment.
to go and buy some
All of
new
those things. So now it's a me time.
Oh, yeah.
And my partner encourages it. And I love that for me.
Yes,
Yes,
So,
awesome.
absolutely.
How do you refill your cup?
I think I agree with both of you guys. I love food. It makes me happy. You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you do a little
I'm one of,
dance or
I'm one of them ones like, ooh, the
Yes.
food coming. I am one of those ones. And then you took me to a Sensploration, opened up my whole entire life.
Okay.
What's this? What?
It's like we went to, what was it, Nordstrom?
It was at Saks.
Saks Fifth. And girl, it was just all the fragrances, just like everything. Like now I don't even want to smell regular. Like
Yeah.
I just need to have like potion on all the time now.
Absolutely.
Like something like a oud or something. But no, I
did
do that.
a class where we made our own fragrance. It
Ooh.
was so dope. It really was.
I've heard about
now,
those.
I don't have to do it again, because I can go to Nordstrom's and just go say, give me the Tom Ford, give me the YSL. I do that, but I enjoyed the moment because it was what my nose wanted to
Right.
smell, and I made my own perfume.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah,
We
I
need to
like-
do that.
Yeah.
There's at Indie House. They have
That's
that.
Oh,
out
I'm
there.
down. We can
Yeah,
go
we can
again.
do that.
That's
I'm
exactly
down.
where I went.
Ladies,
Yes.
I have enjoyed this conversation
Yes, it's
so
been
so
awesome.
much. But before we go, I do have a this or that, just
Okay.
to end everything on a high note.
Let me sit.
Okay.
So I don't want you to elaborate. I just want you to answer the question, and we'll vibe with it. Pause or rewind time.
Pause.
Rewind.
As far as attraction goes, a slow burn or an instant attraction.
Instant. I want that chemistry. That as soon as you walk by.
Those always crash and burn for me. So I'm gonna say slow burn.
Last one. Have a new person in your life. You having sex in a week or you gonna wait a month?
A new person. We gonna wait a month. We got so much more to do. We can wait a month.
We can still do all that stuff. Wait a week or a month.
Give it to us. Don't no filter. It is what it is. Speak your mind.
It's literally depending on the person, you know. But if I have to go off of natural thought, I'm gonna go with the month.
Give me a week.
But yeah,
Why?
At
I'm sorry.
42?
This. Why a month? If you are enjoying this individual, if you like this individual, why a month? What is it about a month versus going with what you feel?
She said before y'all had sex, right?
No.
Or
Huh?
what she say?
No.
What you say?
No,
What
she
is it?
said if you
The
like
question-
the person and everything is good and you're dating and sex comes up, are you waiting a month or a week? Now everything is good.
Well, no, you said, okay, so you said sex comes up. I'm one of them ones, I don't even like to swap spit, for real. I need to know you. I need to be connected to you.
I agree.
Like,
Her answer is her answer.
Yeah, I'm not trying to change her
It
answer.
is
no,
what it
no.
is.
And then I feel like it's so many, for real. Let's think about a month. 4 weeks, bro. We can't wait 4 weeks.
I don't want to wait 4 weeks. If I'm in your face and we vibing on the phone, we talking, we're enjoying each other's company, what it's like. Tell
But
me
that's
what
why
it's
I
like.
said slow
What it
burn.
is.
Excited.
Let's
You
just
wanna
get this
know.
tension out the way, and then
you
we
just
can.
see him in gray sweatpants. Yeah. But again, it's a vibe thing, like you said.
is.
Like it really depends on the person. Because some people you probably really want to give it to them in a week, and then some people you like.
Haste be making waves. We ain't got to rush because when I give it to you, it's gonna be fire. You can
Right.
wait a month.
Right.
It's stuff that we can do that, you know.
I mean, you don't have to justify, explain anything. It was a this or that, and it was
Okay.
what it was.
All right.
I say, give me a week, and we can worry about everything else later.
Right.
Good old Tamika said a week. Husbandry wife said $40, and Shannon Nicole said 4 weeks is too long.
Ooh, okay.
Well, she married. so-
Respectfully.
Oh,
I mean, I have thoroughly enjoyed this conversation
Yes,
with the
amazing.
ladies, and I hope the audience did as well. It's another ladies' takeover, y'all.
Yes.
And again, like, share, subscribe, Soundproof Hunger Room on YouTube. We also have a Facebook group. Join the group. We have a lot of these engaging conversations every day, all day.
Yes.
And thanks for tuning in. We love y'all.